Good evening, everybody. It is a beautiful day. We took a little bit of a break, maybe had some restraining orders to take care of. We are here at Flavortown Expressway in Flavortown, USA. We have gone downtown to Flavortown. It is Guy's American Bar and Grand Prix. I gotta tell you, my name is Chip Chapman. I'm joined, as always, by Lightning Lord Shivers. We are a little, suffering a little bit of allergies. Apparently a mild allergy to donkey sauce here in Flavortown.
You know that's just that fancy mayonnaise crap they call aioli or whatever the heck is. I don't even know. They might as well just call it mayonnaise. They may as well just call it mayonnaise assy because it is assy.
Well, you know, we were a bit starstruck by being here in Flavortown, and we are, of course, now just a bit sniffly and a bit leaky from the nasal passages and from the throaty area. But
let's just say that wasn't the only passages that we were leaky out of.
That's unfortunate, to say the least. That being said, we've got a big old race for you. 25 laps on a 3.8 mile road course known as the Flavortown Expressway. It's going to be beautiful. You can see a nice aerial view right now up in the mountains. We got a big race, as you may have seen. If you check the Twitter, we have a pole sitter. It is none other than Jim Blossoms. Jim Blossoms,
$60 man for the $60 play.
Currently sitting fifth in the points. Let's just remind you, we are 9 races into our 20-race season. Quick reminder for you of the point standings. We'll go through the top 10 right now. Paul Alcohol in the number 35 car is your points leader.
That's right. Paul Alcohol leads by 11 points over Richard Blood, and then it's a sizable gap down a pretty interesting battle.
It is Jean-Paul Henry in third, Woo Ba Bala in fourth, Jim Blossoms, your pole sitter. On a road course like this, where we're not expecting a lot of lead changes, he's going to have to. He might lack that fifth place spot. He might be moving up in the points, especially if everybody else did not qualify quite as well. We'll find out how that works. 6th through 10th is just going to go ahead and down there. It's going to be Jeff Shanice in the number 38 car. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver in that number 10 Yaris. Joe John Winchester, after 2 big wins this season, sitting in 8th. El Matador Toto Rosanna, the most recent winner. He won the KISS Presents the I Wanna Rock and Roll 400 all night and Pit Party every day, presented by KISS. Our last race, he sits in 9th, and Otto Bahn in 10th place in that number 69 car.
Nice.
Well, I think it might be time to go ahead and go through the starting grid.
To your cars.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and go right to the starting grid for this. Go ahead and hit play for that. There we go. A little bit rusty. We're about a month out of this. There you see. There is Guy's American Bar and Grand Prix. And you know it. Jim Blossoms on the pole, and there's second place, Richard Blood. Right on the outside pole with him. Bowie Jessup and Reverend Pastor Chavez are on row 2. Cotton Stuff Body in that number 17 Taxidermy Wow car, and Otto Bahn on the 69 on row 3. There's Fat Darrell in that Pontiac Bonneville sitting on row 4 with Paul Walker.
Got a feeling that he's going to love being at this track.
I think so. Joe John Winchester, 8th place, in the points. He sits on row 5. Jeff Gordon the horse joins Jeff Shanice on row 6. And Elmer Twist on row 7 with Kevin Boner Pillman at number 15. Dongarex Injector Pen. Chevy Prism. Stumpy Lane, number 9 car, Jimmy Poots. In the number 9 to fill the boys car on row 8, Jean-Paul Henry. There's a top 10 racer with Ricky Walton on row 9. Ricky Walton in that Temecula Dirt, number 32 car. There's Mr. Naga's most glorious driver on row 10 with Harry Gunt in the number 87 Butterfield Diet Plan car. Blind Bob McGee on row 11 with Rusty Arcana in that number 12 LOA Dodge Stratus. There's Woo Ba Bala qualifying 23rd overall on row 12, sitting alongside Ennio Sparini in the 28 Wall-to-Wall Salve, Dodge Stratus, SL Matador, Total Rosanna, and Paul Alcohol, a couple of top 10 cars with poor qualifying efforts on row 13. Giacomo, and Burt McKitchen sit on row 14th. Joey Rochester in that number 49 Roadblock WCW Universe car, alongside with BD Joseph in the legal bet for realmoney.gov, number 21 Pontiac Bonneville. And in the back of the field, it's Morris Mayfield and Big Daddy Thibodeau at the back of the field. Lloyd, what do you think about this course? It's. I don't think we're going to see a lot of lead changes. I think, qualifying may set a lot of the points ranges for some of these cars.
Well,
you got to like Richard Blood and Jim Blossom's chances.
Yeah, definitely. This could be a great race for them to make up a lot of ground and put themselves over the top in this points fight. But we know that Richard Blood, if he gets a good jump on the outside line, if he can take that lead right out of the first gate, he could win this race. It might move him up into the lead of points.
That it might indeed. I think that's a very likely chance. Do we have anybody to pray for us?
All right, I believe we have Mr. Johnny Garlic himself of Johnny Garlic's restaurant.
I did not know that was a real person. Johnny Garlic himself leading us in some sort of prayer. So let's head down to the track for our pre-race prayer.
Lord, in all thanks, we want to bless you for this bountiful gift of Diddler Cup racing. We also want to thank you for this bountiful feast which we have presented upon you today. Give us blessings to our wonderful appetizers of Guy's Big Balls, 2 4-pound rice-a-roni crusted mozzarella balls, endangered with shaved lamb and pork, and blasted with Guy's signature Cadillac cream sauce until it's just dripping off plate. We serve it nestled inside a tempura pickle with a side of maximum well-done duck skin.
Woo,
Lord, I
ask fun!
Absolutely. Lord, we ask that you bless our wonderful main feast consisting of the Super Bowl Bash Bro Day, because it is football season and we want you all to enjoy this wonderful B-Day jammed to the brim with bubbling, overflowing Velveeta over a hidden layer of hamburger-fisted pigskins and a generous sprinkling of dirty South couch crumbs. And this, we present upon you this MP3 player that plays Smash Mouth's All-Star while you eat. In the Lord's name that we pray. Amen. And let's go diddle.
Well, that is fantastic. That just made me hungry.
I know, right?
I just got off the toilet right before we started our broadcast. I am ready to go endanger myself yet again.
I'm more fond. I'm fond of that cat from Beefheart myself.
Yeah, that sounds. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds pretty dang good.
We got to think about it at some point. Assuming I don't have to get my stomach pumped once again.
Well, perhaps not. Well, I think can we head down? I think Johnny Garlic may have those not quite, but kind of approximately famous words in motorsports, kind of close enough that maybe we'll understand. We'll get the general gist of it.
Right. Here we go. Drivers, let's roll out and look for America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Woo!
That is fantastic to hear. That made me very happy. I'm not going to lie. That made me very, very happy.
Oh, it makes me happy, too. It brings together my few of my favorite things. It brings together disgustingly unhealthy food. Brings together vehicular carnage. Brings together criminal mischief out on the public roads.
That it does.
I tell you what, I missed the time away here, but I'm glad to get back and get ready to head this chase for the championship.
Absolutely. Well, this is the halfway point, and we are going to go ahead and close in a little bit closer as we see Jim Blossoms leads them on this road course. Richard Blood going to keep a close eye on him as well, as this is going to be one heck of a race. I am looking forward to it.
Oh my goodness!
Pace car's already off. I think we can go ahead and strap something on.
Yeah, just pull them belt up across that huge tight one.
Undo that belt. It's Flavortown, and let's go, Diddler! It's a goddamn auto race.
Wow!
We are ready for this. And Jim Blossoms and Richard Blood take them around on this big 3.8-mile road course. Latin and Lloyd, you were a short track specialist, but the road courses, you're a seasoned racing veteran. You know about the road courses. What is the key here?
Oh, the key, of course, is just to remember where the brake pedal is. I know these boys don't usually remember it. They seem to be doing a good job so far. Also got to remember, this track is really, really narrow. Like you see right there, they're just funneling into that tunnel. I'm surprised they didn't have a 30-car pile up and block the whole damn tunnel. So, it's just, you got to pick your spots. You got to be decisive whenever you make moves out in traffic. You just got to be patient out there. And I know that's something these boys don't like to do. I mean, personally, I wouldn't like to do it. That's just dumb as hell. You're driving patient. You're driving to lose.
I understand that. That is a very good point. You can see Jim Blossoms being followed by Bowie Jessup in that number 22 HCL Dodge Stratus. Again, these long laps, so you're not going to be seeing those quick changes.
No, you're not. Looks like Richard Blood didn't get the best starts out there. He was running up there with Jim Blossoms here early.
He's still sitting in third. He's biding his time, taking on some of the draft. Now, so many turns means the draft may not be helping you just as much, but those pulling off those straightaways, the key's going to be coming out of the corner and actually picking up speed.
You got to have a good rhythm, like a good 38 Special B-side. If you don't have that, shoot, you ain't going nowhere.
Now, it makes me wonder if these teams actually have 38 Special blasting inside their cars.
Oh, I believe that's been made mandatory by the Diddler Cup sporting regulations.
And especially here in Flavortown, I mean, no one is going to tell you otherwise.
Now, there are provisions in place where you can select Skinner, Molly Hatchet. I believe those are the three permitted types of 80s, 70s Southern rock.
Well, I mean, why would you need anything else is what I'm saying.
Oh, shit, you're right.
And Jim Blossoms leads the first lap with Bowie Jessup right on his tail.
Oh, my goodness. And, of course, the story of Jim Blossoms, of course, we know he had that terrible accident in Tulsa. With the $60 man, as we like to call it, is just pacing this field.
He absolutely has gone too far. But we're going to keep an eye on this.
Bowie Jessup down there in second place. It's a good battle with third.
Oh, no, don't tell me it just froze on me.
Oh,
hell.
It
just froze on me. God damn it. Hell. Fuck. Alright, that's lovely. Let me put this back up. Welcome back, Diddler Cup. Fuck. So, okay, forget everything we just said about that. Okay. Let's try this again. So apparently we're not gonna have Jim Blossoms on the pole anymore.
Daggone it!
I don't even know why I can't make this thing go away. What the hell is happening here right now? I just want this thing to like. I want my. Alright, let me see what's going on here. Lovely.
Drivers, your cars.
Well, since there's only like a lap, we're going to go ahead and start it over. I'm just going to go ahead and...
Drivers,
I'm
to
like
your
really
cars.
upset right now about this, so... Let me see. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this down and show you the qualifying. So now Jasper Cuddy Stark's on the pole. I'm going to go ahead and update that accordingly. So there goes that. Okay, Jasper Cuddy Stark's on the pole now. We're going to go ahead and accelerate to where we're going to that. And hope that it doesn't break on me this time.
Got a good feeling about it this time.
So there's your qualifying. Get a good look at that. At the bottom, we've got Walton, Blossom, Gunt. So sorry, Jim Blossom, you're gonna try. That would have been more fun.
Everything we saw on here happened only in a few firing runs like Jim Blossom brain.
I couldn't hear you.
Everything we saw earlier happened only in the few firing neurons left in Jim Blossom's brain.
All right, well, Jasper Cudisar takes everyone to the front of the field, leads this race.
Got a lot cloudier since the last time we saw you right here. Got that cloud cover. It might even rain soon. That might make it a hell of a lot more interesting, especially because we don't have the budget for rain tires.
No, of course not, nor do we have the budget to stop a race for rain.
Sick heat.
Yeah, can you turn up your mic?
Absolutely shit. Let me go leave here.
Because no one can hear you.
Oh, there we go. Just had to
there, much better.
Dig around with this mitts right here.
Yeah, we're seeing Jasper Cudisar take a command and lead. Joey Rochester, Kevin Boner Pillman, El Matador, Toto Rosanna right behind them. That is your lead 4.
Right there, you just see how slow they have to take some of these corners in order to negotiate them with any sort of, finesse. Of course, Diddler Cup, it ain't all about finesse here. You got to have a little bit of it to win this race, but honestly, they're just running against their best interest.
That they are. We're seeing Jasper Cudisar pull off to a command and lead. Not a single car able to keep up with him on these straightaways.
Now hold the hell up! Is that a goddamn brontosaurus out there on the vista of the last corner?
I did not see that, so I'm not entirely sure.
We'll come around with it again. Jeez, you better get that.
We'll come around 24 more times.
Definitely, absolutely. Hey,
we're seeing some action in second place. We're seeing Jasper Cudisar, Joey Rochester getting challenged.
Kevin Boner Pillman is making a charge. Looks like Rochester, he tried to send it in up the inside of Joey Rochester, but Rochester able to hold on to that position. And like I said, it's such a narrow track here. You gotta be patient. You gotta be decisive when making these moves. Well, of course, I do wish Beaumont Jenkins was here to see this. Of course, he's got a court date, and then he's got a second court date, and then he's got to follow the probations from his previous sentence.
Then he's got a date from someone he met at court.
Absolutely. And then he's got a date. He's going to be watching a marathon of night court with his date that he met from court.
And we're seeing them closing in on those turns. That's going to be, how can you accelerate out of the turn? And maybe we're going to see Boner Pillman and Rochester work together a little bit to get a little bit of draft and maybe help out and try to catch and draw in Jasper Cudisar, who's got no drafting partner.
Of course, I mean, if these boys are going to be ultra competitive, especially on the second lap of the race, because they're just going to try to win on the first corner. I don't know if Joe Rochester knows that Kevin Boner Pillman has a fast car behind him. I don't know if he's going to let him behind, but if he
may not care.
He may not care at this point. No, these boys don't care. They're dumb as hell. We love them.
Boner Pillman is just keeping on the tail. And you can see Rochester is just getting away from him just a little bit into these turns. Those rolling hills Now those rolling hills, you see those on a typical racetrack. I mean, what does that do to the car?
It really throws the car up. So you got to kind of set it up different than you would for a lot of these other tracks we visit here. Obviously you want to make sure the car turns left as hard as possibly can on the oval, but here on the road course you got to make sure it's all balanced.
Now that's the thing. They got to set up the car completely different. Do you think these pit crews are really doing that?
No.
You think Ennis setup for this course is any different than when we did the figure 8?
Nope. No. They're
Hell, it's probably the same car.
The only modification to the setup I think they probably made here was that they added a little less duct tape. Now, they'll probably need to add a little bit more as the race goes on. I mean, we are Trout Haven. Is that like? Is this just like a haven for trout itself, or is this like for a haven for fishermen that love to go fish with trout?
Maybe it's
Maybe this is another one of those secret traditions that we got at that American Bar Grill. It's like Trout Haven, some kind of like big, like 5 pounds of trout, and it's like slathered in habanero barbecue sauce and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese.
That sounds very possible. Just a trout belittled with all sorts of spices. And it is show no mercy. It is covered in a salt crust, and that salt crust has also been slathered with barbecue sauce, and then on top of that, more salt.
And of course, it's not finished until it's deep fried in Hostess Twinkie batter.
Absolutely, Hostess Twinkie batter, and finished off with a mayonnaise chiffonade.
I don't even know what half of those words mean, but
I don't either, delicious. And I don't think neither do the chefs who make it.
You know they don't know that. They're just throwing all that stuff together, man.
There we see that. And Jasper Cudisar continues to extend his lead 4 laps in. Could potentially
we say
pole to pole.
They say potentially because, of course, it's a long race and anything can happen. That car could break down in any second. So it's just, he's doing the job right now. He's doing what he needs to do in order to take as many points as he can out of this one.
That he is leading those laps, trying to keep it so no one else gets those 5 bonus points. And right now, no one's able to challenge him. No one's got a car fast enough. Now, there will be a pit window. There will be at least one scheduled pit stop during this race.
There absolutely will be, and of course,
be around lap 18, 19, 20. So that may be what makes the difference, especially if these cars stay close, stay within about a second or two. You could easily make up that time in the pits.
Now, see, if I was thinking it through my left way, man, I would have just done the undercut hair, come in earlier than everybody else, about lap 14, 15, because I know the fuel tank can get that far. You get yourself some time out on the track to yourself, set some hot laps, get ahead of the rest of the field. Of course, these boys are dumb as hell. Probably not going to be bright enough to think about that. They're all just going to jump in the field at the same time like a bunch of sons of bitches. Speaking of sons of bitches,
what we're looking at right now is Giacomo and Ennio Sparini in a battle for 11th, and they are right behind Morris Mayfield in that 0-0 Nihilist Arby's, who's right on the bumper of Big Daddy Thibodeau and Cotton Stuff Body. So there is a big old log jam between
Morris Mayfield's
7, 8, 9, and 10.
He's getting a run on the cars ahead of him here. I think Cotton Stuff Body's backing up Big bitch Thibodeau, Big Daddy Thibodeau up there in the 60 car, and that's allowing Morris Mayfield to close right in.
Why you gotta be saying such bad words about Big Daddy Thibodeau?
Oh, there are deep-seated reasons. Anybody who knows our rivalry going back a long ways knows that he don't like me, I don't like him.
Fair enough.
Well, that's all I got to say about that.
Well, he is hanging on to that 9th place for the time being, but Morris Mayfield is asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, that's entirely understandable. And
asking questions like magnets, how do they work?
Now, we don't need to encourage no far left propaganda here on this broadcast.
I apologize, but we ain't gonna use no science to explain that.
No,
I don't believe no science.
Absolutely not.
Seeing a bit of a position change. Jimmy Poots looking underneath, going on, making the pass on Paul Walker. Jimmy Poots sliding into 5th place in that number 90 Filthy Boys Dodge Stratus.
Filthy Boys, he just sliding in there. Takes that lead right there, and El Matador told Rosanna he could smell something creeping up behind him. It ain't paranoia. It's probably poop pants.
It's a filthy boy.
It is a very filthy boy. Just a filthy, dirty boy.
A filthy boy driving that car as hard as that boy can. And El Matador told Rosanna he's looking for the pass there. Jimmy Poots got one of the best cars on the track right now, I gotta say.
Yeah, is he going to have enough time to make his way up through the field? Right now, the last time around, he was about 4.4 seconds behind the leader. It's not entirely impossible, but he's got to set these fast laps. He's got to get up to that field with 3 cars up in front of him.
Yeah, that's the thing. He can get into 4th place, but there is a big gap between 4th and 3rd, as you're seeing on your screen. Kevin Boner Pillman. We'll go back to that in a second. Kevin Boner Pillman staying on that 49 cars bumper at Joey Rochester.
And disappointingly enough, it's been a clean race so far, but everybody seem to be pretty well bunched up together. We're seeing a lot of 2-car breakaways, a lot of small 3-4 car breakaways together. So the race is still good and close here. They just got to start wrecking more.
We seem to have missed it, but apparently Stumpy Lane and Otto Bond both are out of the race due to an accident. We seem to have missed that somewhere. We'll, of course, check that out in the highlights, but, we're going to have to check that out at some point.
Oh, buddy, and that was not a very nice result for Otto Bond there. He was hoping to get away for some more points. That's going to be absolutely crippling to his championship chance right there. Especially as he is a title contender in this.
He is. He's in the top 10. He's not won a race, but he is in the top 10.
Well, he ain't winning this one, I can guarantee you that.
No, he is out of this race. That's going to be a big drop in the points for Otto Bond.
Not nice.
Not nice in the least.
Folks, whenever I see these majestic, like the trees and all the mountains and the rolling hills, it just makes me think of just what it would look like if it was all just like slathered in garlic aioli and
barbecue sauce,
ghost pepper flakes,
and donkamole. You ever have the donkamole?
I don't know if I'm much for French cuisine, but I'm interested.
I mean, it's apparently one of the sauce for the side, the fries.
Golly. That's like some avant-garde kind of bullshit.
You can get a garbage bag full of French fries, and you can get that at places that don't serve food. Like that just comes with any sort of purchase you make at any sort of establishment here in Flavortown. We are seeing that lead extend even more. Jasper Cudisark all on his lonesome on Flavortown Expressway.
They are rolling out, and they're looking for America's greatest victories, wins, and pole positions.
We are keeping an eye on this battle for second. That's some big points there. Kevin Boner Pillman and Joey Rochester are not leaving each other's sights. I think Joey Rochester would like to lose Kevin Boner Pillman, and a chance he can. But Kevin Boner Pillman, I think it might just be right there. You saw Rochester getting off the corner, a little bit of a run, but not enough. Boner Pillman right back on that bumper, and they're crossing this little drawbridge type of a very thin road.
I'm really surprised that drawbridge hasn't collapsed. Now, if it did, that would be some hilarious.
That would be quite the thing. Someone pointed out to me that the French fries are stuffed. They have French fries stuffed with olive oil. It's actually just deep fried olive oil. They somehow make it in a fry shape. They somehow batter it. They somehow make it a thing. And by the way, it will absolutely burn the shit out of your mouth when you bite into it. But damn it, it's good. I have lost several layers of skin in the last couple of days here eating the French fried olive oil.
Oh my goodness! Have you had the French fries stuffed French fries?
I have not.
So they just take one of them. They just take them like a small, thin shaped fry, and then they wrapped it up inside of a big old crinkle fry, and then they fried it so you get double the fries there, and then they serve them inside of a baked potato.
Inside of a baked potato.
Yep. So you get triple the starch, triple the potato.
I mean, there's no such thing as too much starch in a diet here in Flavortown.
No, you are absolutely correct.
I mean, the napkins are nachos in this town. It's amazing.
I thought the napkins were just your fingers.
I mean, they could be. I guess if you need to use something as a napkin, I've been wiping my mouth with tortilla chips the entire time.
As far as toilet paper is concerned, hell.
Let's just say it's the only lettuce you'll find in all of Flavortown. Unless it is shredded and served with mayonnaise and ranch dressing.
And chunky salsa. Gotta love that chunky salsa.
No doubt about that. Jasper cut us our extended lead to 4 seconds.
Now here's a question, y'all. I see all the time on some of these cooking competition shows, everybody's got their fancy little Michelin stars and their daggum culinary degrees and all that.
I don't know why the person that makes those tires with the vulcanized rubber is giving out stars for restaurants. What does he know about good eating?
No, he don't know nothing. You know what I want to see? I want to see the fella down there at the Waffle House on the corner. Out on the corner right there. I want to see Waffle House chef trying to take it to one of these boys on one of them cooking shows. I think he kicks some ass. I mean, have you seen how quickly they make a triple scatter diced pepper cap? My God!
You know, I bet one of these fancy schmancy chefs never had to deal with drunk and methed out people at 3 a.m. who just want pancakes. You put one of those fancy French cuisine chefs in a greasy kitchen in a dirty undershirt at 2:30 in the morning and ship in about 25 drunken frats people from Omega Mu, and you tell them they all want to rape something and they want to eat some food too, and you try to just make them happy so they don't go raping. It ain't easy, but I've seen guys at the Huddle House do it. I've seen Shoney's, oh my goodness. I mean, I can't talk Shoney's without making the sign of the cross.
Oh my goodness, that's like the Rolls Royce restaurants right there.
It's a perfect family establishment.
Absolutely. I mean, have you seen that bear? That bear is a wholesome bear. That bear probably looks like it could kill a man because underneath that stuffy, the big beady eyes, I mean, that's still a bear. That's still a bear, and it's still territorial.
It absolutely is.
I done seen Stony Bear kick Big Boy's ass.
Oh, I don't think that big boy is going to stand a dang chance.
It's just going to do a bunch of standing. Ain't going to do much moving, and that's just a great way to get yourself torn to pieces from limb to limb.
What a terrible idea that would be. Looking at a pretty good battle right now for 4th place. We're seeing Jimmy Poots has been held off this entire time by El Matador, Toto, Rosanna, and Paul Walker not too far behind in that number 2 box of wine Chevy Prism. But El Matador, Toto, Rosanna hanging on to 4th place. And as far as our...
Yeah, we got a good battle for 7th going on as well. Pastor Chavez Cotton stuffed body up there in that 7th place battle, just 0.2 of a second apart last time around.
We'll go ahead and check out that one for just a second. You can see Cotton Stuffed Body, and he's got a couple of guys behind him. He's got Big Daddy Thibodeau and Morris Mayfield, and a whole train right behind them. They haven't spaced out just yet. They're getting that draft going. They're staying on each other's tails. It might be the middle of the pack. That's the interesting bit. And Kevin Boner-Pillman now finding himself a half-second away off of Joey Rochester. Unlikely to make that pass now.
Right, indeed. Hey, speaking of which, folks, it's about lap 10, so it's time to mention that Jasper Cuddy-Sark is the winner of the Parts Unknown Parts Auto Parts Reward Card. He wins a $25 gift card to Parts Unknown Auto Parts for winning the Parts Unknown Auto Parts Pole Award.
There you go. That is the Pole Award. Thanks to Parts Unknown Auto Parts. And we are looking at the points standings as far as where these top 10 drivers sit. Jasper Cuddy-Sark sitting in 21st place, so not going to make a big wave as far as the top 10. Joey Rochester in 17th. Kevin Boner-Pillman, he's pretty far down. El Matador Toto Rosanna sits in 9th place with a 4th place finish like he's sitting in. Going to do a whole heck of a lot of moving. Jimmy Poots, he's in 16th place. Paul Walker in 11th. Reverend Pastor Chavez is down in 19th. Cotton Stuff Body, he's down in 15th. Big Daddy Thibodeau and Morris Mayfield, they're both in 14th. And Morris Mayfield is down in 25th. So it could be wide open. Just a good middle of the pack. Keep all four wheels on the ground. Keep the car in good condition. And get a solid finish. Could just do wonders for your standings.
Absolutely. Of course, keeping the cars on the ground, that's not necessarily a guarantee. Hey, look, that's that Brontosaurus again. It's that like Loch Ness Monster or some shit.
It's not fun to watch, but it helps in the points. And we're not seeing a lot of movement around there, but we're seeing some good racing on the road course here. Cotton Stuff Body is looking to make a pass. He's looking for Reverend Pastor Chavez. They're going 3 wide into that turn.
Morris Mayfield's also trying to pass Big Daddy Thibodeau.
And Mayfield looks like he's made the pass on Big Daddy Thibodeau. It looks like he has, and Big Daddy Thibodeau, going to have to file right behind him. And that is one extra place for Morris Mayfield. That's a couple more points for that 00 Niles Darby's car. And the winner of the So Much Chicken 400 looking for a bit of a rebound as far as that goes.
Yeah, his season's now gotten off to the it started off great and then it's just gone terrible. Of course, nothing matters at this point.
No, it didn't back then either, but it certainly does not now. We're seeing that battle for second. It has gone down to only 0.4 of a second. Joey Rochester and Kevin Boner-Pillman. Take a look at that as they come around this turn right here.
Hey, have you ever had this refried chicken rice?
I'm not even sure. I'm not gonna lie. I think I've had some of those words together.
All right, so they take some chicken rice, they chicken fry it, they put some fried chicken on it, and then they refry that fried chicken rice.
And they made fried rice out of it too.
That's so delicious. It just rolls off the tongue. Refried chicken rice.
That's amazing. It's a delicacy. I know in some parts, especially here in Flavortown, they have their own version where they make it just the same, but they drown it in what is it? Mayonnaise. Of course, mayonnaise. They drown it in mayonnaise. So you really just get a scoop. You can kind of scoop it in like ice cream.
Sometimes you can get it slathered and.
Here's Kevin Boner-Pillman racing side by side with Rochester, trying to make that pass very close. Oh, but he cannot do it. He had a very good look.
Oh, he was just a couple inches short.
Absolutely. He's looking on the inside here. That's the beauty of these road courses. There's turns all over the place. Almost doing it. At the line, they were only 0.06 of a second apart. But that's a message to Joey Rochester. Says, I'm coming for you. And the Pen 15 fans were on the edges of their seats.
Absolutely. They were standing right there with their purple helmets.
They were standing at attention indeed.
of course, he's just going to have the stamina in a race like this. He's just going to keep coming and coming
after. He's been racing
him.
fantastically. I think he's been looking for his moment. Just a little before the halfway point of this race, and we are seeing Kevin Boner-Pillman. I can almost make the prediction. I almost want to make the prediction that I think at some point he's going to complete that pass. I think that was kind of testing the waters. You got a lot of laps to do it, Kevin. You don't want to push that car too hard and risk a top 5 finish.
You don't want to make your move prematurely. If you do that, it's just not going to look good for you or your brand.
No doubt. And I'm going to have to make a prediction. I think if Kevin Boner-Pillman can complete that pass, he is off to the races.
Yeah, Lord knows he's been trying it. It seems like these two cars up in second and third place have been able to make a bit of a breakaway from the rest of the field.
Yeah, I don't think Rochester's got the kind of car without that clean air that can really compete and stay with Kevin Boner-Pillman. I think Boner-Pillman may have the best car on the track, just not benefiting from the clean air. I'd be interested to see what he can do if he gets that, but he is now a little bit further behind. The intervals are going to be a little bit further away. Looking at back a half second again, but don't be fooled by that. I think Kevin Boner-Pillman,
he's just got to get this going here. He's just got to keep pounding, thrusting his way up to the front.
He sure is. He's thrusting. He's about 0.05 of a second apart. He's 0.5 of a second apart. He's kind of just like going in and out and in and out.
Man, did you see Corso try and take a joyride in Guy Fieri's Chevelle the other day?
I saw that.
Man, I swear, if the Flavortown police hadn't jumped all over him like right there in a split second, that car could have been just crumbled up into a wad of sheet metal.
And here's the thing: if it caught fire, then maybe Mr. Fieri himself might have just thought it was a flame decal on the car, and he might have just enjoyed it. So I think to save the surprise for the good Mr. Fieri, it was probably best that he did not actually drive that Chevelle.
No, indeed. I mean, there are a lot of other reasons why you don't want to get Lee Corso into any one of these unmarked vehicles. I mean, we saw a couple of races ago. The man can fly a plane to some degree of success. It might be dangerous,
but we let him and bless him for trying.
Bless his heart indeed.
No doubt about that. Kevin Boner-Pillman getting lost off the turn by Joey at Rochester a couple more times like that, and Rochester might be off and away, and I would have been an absolutely wrong prediction of me. What we're seeing here.
Who lets a daggone brontosaurus out on the racetrack anyway? That's what I want to know. Whose pet is that?
I don't know about that.
Whose pet is that? Can you keep a dinosaur as a pet in Flavortown? Is this like some Jurassic Park kind of bullshit?
Is this like, I'm not even sure if Flavortown is under the governance of the United States of America. I'm not even sure how this works. We could be in international territory for all I know.
Yeah, we could be in Isla Sorna here for all we know.
And for the record, I do not know. I have no idea where we are. We were just kind of blindfolded and taken here and said, this is Flavortown. I said, okay, bring me some fries.
Well, Flavortown really isn't a place in your map. It's a place in your heart.
Oh, your clogged
cholesterol clustered heart. It's a state of mind.
It is a state of mind. And I was hallucinating earlier. I thought we had, we were going through our practice laps. I mistook and said Jim Blossom's on the pole.
Yeah, I think that was
just some hallucinations after that.
I think that was just the mate sweats.
That might have been the meat sweats.
Oh man, that's the worst, man. Especially when you got the bubble guts. You get the mate sweats and five with the bubble guts, man. You gonna get mud butt. Harry Gunt's out, by the way.
Yeah, I just had to check on that. Harry Gunt in an accident at some point between laps 6 and 14. We'll be sure to check out when that happened and go and get you the replays of that as well later. Because if we're gonna have a race that's not gonna have a lot of changes like that, we might as well show you the wrecks.
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, this has been a sterling drive for Jasper Cuddy-Sark. We don't even need to show him out there. We just know he's doing a good job out there.
We'll go and give you a quick look at how he's doing. He is all alone on a Sunday drive. Happily moving that 25 throat candy tobacco lozenges Chevy Prism around this track, just keeping it together. No need to do anything too crazy. We'll keep an eye on him for when he pits, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Maybe for 3-4 laps, I think, is when the window's going to happen.
Yeah, they still got time. They don't quite have enough field to make it to the end of the race, but they can still get enough air to just make this a bit of an inconvenience for them.
And what we're looking at right now is a big pack of cars. We're seeing the tail end of that pack is Jeff Gordon, the horse. Right behind Bowie Jessup in that number 22 HCL Dodge Stratus. Jeff Gordon, the horse, driving the number 8 Gunk Chevy Prism into the tunnel.
Now, what would a horse think about all this different food that we've been talking about, ingesting and cramming into our bodies recently? Because I know they're herbivorous. You know, they're basically just glorified vegans at this point.
Poor horse having to just eat that, but nonetheless, looks like Jeff Shanice had some issues. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on with him. I don't know if he was pulling into pit road or something happened, but he's off the pace. And I think what we're seeing is some cars start to pit right now.
Indeed, we got
we're seeing El Matador Toto Rosanna leading a couple of cars to pit lane.
Absolutely.
Not sure if he's just out, but we'll keep an eye on this in just a second. Make sure because he just dropped down in the standings.
And folks, if you ever need to go number 2, drop a deuce, you don't need to take a pit stop when you got Restarts, the official adult diaper of the Diddler Cup Restart Series. Get a good run here with Restart, reusable adult diapers. Trust me, you're going to need it, especially after a weekend in Flavortown.
Absolutely, you will. And what we're seeing right now is I'm not sure we're seeing El Matador. I don't know if something happened with El Matador Toto Rosanna and Jimmy Poots.
Oh
Check that later. Looks like those two cars are not coming out of the pits.
Oh, I think they look a bit
soon.
They've been up. They've been up pretty bad. We just got a note here. They actually do have some. They actually did treat Jeff Gordon horse to some special Flavortown oats.
Oh yeah, we're seeing. Look at that. Look at that. There's a little bit of damage on the Filthy Boys car.
Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be as fun as hell to watch right here.
I don't see anything from El Matador Toto Rosanna's car.
Well, you know what?
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of damage there. I'm not entirely certain what's happening. But let's go back onto the race and see what happened there. We'll take a look at that in just a bit at the end of the race, see what ended up happening. But looks like their nights might be over, and that's a dang shame considering they were running 4th and 5th place.
Yeah, the nights are already long, but man, they're going to be even longer. What this is going to do here is it's going to move Cotton Snufbody up into 5th place. All Walker's up into 4th. So everybody in this pack of cars right here is move up and get more points out.
This is a pack of cars that goes from about 7th down to 11th place. That's Reverend Pastor Chavez, Big Daddy Thibodeau, Giacomo. I see the LOA car in there.
Bowie Jessup's in that pack as well. Richard Blood is in it.
Fat Darrell, that is Bowie Jessup, that is Ennio Sparini. This may be your race. Jeff Gordon, the horse, also in that pack. This is going to be opportunity as these cars are moving up towards the front. And we're going to see if any of them can make a pass on this very thin road course.
I'm surprised Fat Darrell even got up for this race. Not because we were worried about his long-term health, but because we thought he was just going to spend the whole weekend just eating. I mean, man's got to eat. I can understand just wanting to take a flyer ride. Of course, of course, you know, he is contractually obligated to appear in all these races, or he gets nothing for the rest of the season.
That he does. Look at Giacomo. Giacomo taking it up on the left side. He's looking to try to make a run and make a pass on Big Daddy Thibodeau. They got really close together, and it looks like the LOA car was going with Giacomo. Giacomo but he didn't get it enough, and he falls back in line behind that 60 car, that Tucson Dodge Stratus.
Tucson is basically steroids.
And that might be a battle to watch. Look at something here. Here's an interesting thing. Joey Rochester and Kevin Boner-Pillman
we just got word
are
here.
only a second off of Jasper Cudesar.
And Jimmy Poots, we got the official word that he is retired from the race due to an incident. I believe that is Joey Rochester, is Cudesar coming out of the pits. Did we miss him coming to the pits?
I'm not sure if we missed that, but it looks like maybe he did go into the pits. Maybe that's the case. Maybe we saw... we have not seen it happen. Then we already saw him go into the pits. We'll have to find out. We'll give it a second.
Yeah,
once
he's
we go
right ahead. He's right ahead of Joe John Winchester, and he's right ahead of Woo Ba Bali. Those cars have not pitted. So Jasper Cudesar, first complaint here.
May have pitted.
As it stands right now, Joey Rochester and Kevin Boner-Pillman are out in front, but they still have yet to make their stops.
And they also have not crossed that start-finish line first to get those points. Joey Rochester looking to do that. That's the interesting thing I'm seeing right here is that 1.01 second difference. I'm not going to lie, Lloyd, I'm a bit confused by that. I'll have to see what happens as they cross the finish line, the start-finish line pretty soon. See if that was actually because of... Oh, we're seeing, yeah, Kevin Boner-Pillman is pitting right now.
Is Rochester staying out? Oh, no, Rochester is...
Oh, it's Rochester pitting. It's Rochester pitting. It's Kevin Boner-Pillman leading this race at this moment.
He has crossed the line with the lead of this race and a 3.4 second gap to Cotton Stuff Body.
And Joey Rochester is dropping, as is Jasper Cudesar, who, again, we said did pit. So we're seeing that. Let's keep an eye on that Jasper Cudesar car, how his pit. He is back on the road, so he has pitted already. And that might be an interesting strategy. We're going to see what happens. Kevin Boner-Pillman still out there. And this is the first time we're seeing that number 15 car in some clean air. Can he make up some time on the course so when he pits, he does not lose as much time? That's going to be the interesting thing. You don't know. You won't know until he's back on the course.
How far and how is his stamina? How long can he last on a single tank?
And because also on worn tires. The tires are going to be wreaking havoc.
Absolutely. He's on shoddy rubber as well. You know, you don't want to be on a bad rubber right here when you're trying to go the distance and just keep pumping at it.
And, you know, now that we're seeing Rochester and Cudesar, as they get back on that track, they're going to be... Is that Cudesar right behind him? No, that's got to be Stuff Body. Yeah, it's Cotton Stuff Body. I saw the yellow car. I got nervous for a second. I think that might have been Jasper Cudesar already, but that is, in fact, Cotton Stuff Body in second place in the number 17 Taxidermy Wow Ford Pinto. McKevin Boner-Pillman. We're going to see. Maybe he goes and he pits on this next lap when he gets around to the start-finish line. Because, again, fuel window is it's not really something you can estimate.
Right. But
you got to be very certain about that. And you see, yeah, there he is. He is pitting right now.
He had a 25
and Cotton Stuff Body is going to pit.
Looks like Joe.
A lot of cars are pitting right now.
I think Pastor Chavez is pitting. I do know that Boner-Pillman had about a 25-second lead over Jasper Cudesar.
So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Kevin Boner-Pillman continues to lead for the moment, but you're seeing a lot of cars dropping. Maybe Fat Daryl. Is Fat Daryl on pit road right now? I think so. Yeah, take a look at the race off pit road. We're going to take a look at Ennio Sparini, all these cars.
Good Lord. And you know, I don't think they're just stopping for fuel and tires. I think they got to poop a little.
They may have to. That's when they have to get a new reshard in that car. It's the official reusable, disposable adult diaper of the Diddler Cup Racing Series. And we're looking at it right now. Reverend Pastor Chavez has got the number 2 car right behind him. Look gonna take another lap or so to start shaking out the final the current standings. But right now we're seeing Kevin Boner Pillman still your race leader as far as we are aware of, and that is Jasper Kudisark right on his bumper. So look at this. This could be a very interesting development as Boner Pillman has held on to the lead.
Oh my goodness!
After pitting, Jasper Kudisark really looking hard to try to pass on these turns. Those are very dangerous, those large rocks.
Well, how about that? It looks like the undercut from Jasper Kudisark didn't work. Kevin Boner Pillman was able to stay out down in some fast laps. He just kept coming and coming, and he wasn't sputtering. He didn't have any busted rubber.
You gotta wonder if there was any sort of information from his pits of how fast Jasper Kudisark's pit stop was. There's information you can gather by hearing about that and then saying, okay, we just got to be a couple seconds faster than that.
Right, absolutely. So, yeah,
and man, he just made him a competitive car. This is now we got a goddamn auto race on our hands here, Lord, with 7 laps to go. Gonna be 6 in a second. I think they're hitting on to the final stretches, those final few turns on this course.
We're gonna wait to see how it shakes out. It should come back with Kevin Boner Pillman up in the lead of this
followed by Jasper Kudisark. Look at that, 0.89 the difference. And I'm not even sure who was in third place. Cotton Stuff Body in third place. Great pit for Cotton Stuff Body. Good pit for Joey Rochester. He's up down to 4th. Paul Walker, Morris Mayfield, Rusty Arcana, Reverend Pastor Chavez, Richard Blood. Good pit for him in 9th. And Fat Darrell rounds out your top 10 with 6 laps to go. This is the race to watch. We're going to take a second and just check out Cotton Stuff Body for a second. He is right on the heels of Joey Rochester, who's made the pass and gotten back into third place. Joey Rochester coming back into it. And he's trying to pull away from that 17 car. They're not too far from the leaders.
Yeah, it looks like whatever they did to hammer out whatever car they hammered out on Joey Rochester's car, it looks like it did the trick.
And we're seeing the lead of a bunch of cars. There's a 3-car field right there. 5, 6, and 7. That's Paul Walker, Morris Mayfield, and Rusty Arcana.
Oh my goodness, Beaumont, you missed a hell of a good one there. I know you're out on your Tinder date there. I know watching that night court and going 3 fingers deep into some statutes going all right, but you're missing one hell of a race here, man. He
certainly is, but you know what? Give your fingers a good sniff for all of us. And there you see Kevin Boner Pillman has pulled away just a bit. He is possibly going off to the races. Apparently Jeff Gordon, the horse, is wrecked.
Oh, no.
Not sure when that happened.
Yep, just when Kudisark gets right on top, Pen 15 car just keeps pulling out in front. Inch by inch.
They certainly are. That Pen 15 team, very happy with this. And, you know, this would be a fantastic finish. You know, Kevin Boner Pillman had such a rough start to the season. I think they had a top 5 finish, that team, that 15 team, at our last race. Boy, you got to believe they have a car that they think they can compete with. They're going to keep telling everybody they can compete with this car. And maybe they're going to prove it here in Flavortown.
They're absolutely guaranteed to enhance their standings in the Diddler Cup Championship and your money back.
You understand they're going to be partying for much more than 4 hours, so they're going to have to consult a doctor if they're able to win this race. They've already extended their lead by more than a second off Jasper Kudisark.
Look at this. You could tell that as he was battling with Joey Rochester, it kind of felt like he was just...
We knew he had a good car. We knew he had a good car.
Oh, my goodness. Kevin Boner Pillman, he is just dropping the hammer.
Here's an interesting story right now. We got a battle for third still. Joey Rochester holding off Cotton Stuff Body. But that's Paul Walker breaking away from his pack. And he's trying to get reeled back in. He's trying to let them reel him in. And maybe Paul Walker can make some moves and try to get a little higher than 5th place, which he sits in right now. It seems to be sure for 5th place right now.
Yeah.
And they still look like they're trying to reel in Jasper Kudisark. I mean, you can see them in the same frame. We saw Kudisark
Yeah, this ain't over yet. And listen, hey, Paul Walker, he's just seconds away from disaster. The last thing you want to see is Paul Walker try and get desperate and end up wrapped around one of these beams right here on the bridge. He is fast, he is
furious, and he is looking for Cotton Stuff Body, who may be all alone. And that's the thing, the more that space gains between the third and the fourth place cars, that's just an opening for Paul Walker to take on a single car, get reeled in, get pulled in with that draft, and then slingshot back. It's a lot easier to pass one car than a car that's drafted off the second. Is that correct, Latin Lord?
Absolutely. I mean, really, it is more about the rhythm, of course, here. When you get too close to some of these cars up in the dirty air, that's just going to cause some turbulence, and that's like detrimental. It's like you don't want to get up in the turbulence. We want to be in the traffic, not the turbulence. That ain't going to help. Big Daddy Thibodeau's heartbreak down. He's
out. He's out with his ignition. He's got the remix to ignition, hot and fresh, out the Flavortown kitchen. But Big Daddy Thibodeau is out of this race, down to 26th place. That's an unfortunate performance for Big Daddy Thibodeau, who was running probably top 10, top 12 all day. His ignition did not hold up for him. We're seeing Kevin Boner-Pillman has opened up a 3.4 second lead on Jasper Cuddesack, who is getting reeled in by Joey Rochester. Look at this. This is amazing. Jinx, I owe you a Coke, my friend. We got a 2-3-4, and Paul Walker not too far behind. Cotton Stuff Body is suddenly in a battle for second place with Jasper Cuddesack and Joey Rochester. Now here, look at this. We're going to see when Jasper Cuddesack might be in trouble because Joey Rochester and Cotton Stuff Body have been drafting all day. Looks like Rochester's going to be making the pass on Cuddesack. Low into the turn, cannot complete it. 22 laps in, 4 laps to go. Look at them, 3 in a row. It's a matter of who gets the run off of the corner. They're not going to make any passes on this bridge. It's too narrow.
No, that ain't going to stop them from trying, though. I reckon when we get to the final lap, somebody's just going to chuck it in desperation. Just punt them off into the trees. Those beautiful, majestic, maple syrup covered trees.
Yeah, they actually do cover them. They grow up especially here in Flavortown. Look at Cotton Stuff Body. He's taking a look every once in a while. He's going to the left side. And he might be making the pass right now. Look at this. Cotton Stuff Body, if he can get a good run on Joey Rochester, left 3 wide. This is the opportunity. I think Joey Rochester is the one left out in the cold here. Cotton Stuff Body, no, they're going all wide over in here. They're 2 wide, and it looks like they're actually going to stay the same for the moment. But that just gave Paul Walker a chance.
Oh my God.
It is now 4 cars battling for second place. Joey Rochester got a little bit of space.
Usually nobody remembers who finished second, but man,
that is where the battles have been happening here in these races. Kevin Boner-Pillman, de facto, pretty much your winner. You gotta admit that's gotta be all but a foregone conclusion, barring any sort of problems. And he seems to be taking that good care of that car.
He's just stroking it gently through those horns here.
That he is, and here's Jasper Cuddesack. Well, Joey Rochester just pulled away, and it looks like Jasper Cuddesack just got passed by Cotton Stuff Body. Stuff Body is in third with Rochester, and it's now Paul Walker looking to hang on to Jasper Cuddesack and maybe pass him for 4th place. Cuddesack, our race leader for most of this race, has dropped down to 4th place.
I don't know what happened. It's like a tale of 2 races here. It's
post-pit. After that pit stop, maybe just didn't do enough for him. Joey Rochester, Cotton Stuff. Let's keep an eye on Cotton Stuff Body. I think Cotton Stuff Body is maybe feeling like in these last 3 laps he can maybe go up to 2nd place, which would be a huge, huge result for that 17 team.
Well, I tell you what, I think the one thing it may be is that Cuddesack just might be feeling tired from all the carbs he's been ingesting earlier today. That's it. I think he's just tired.
Yeah, that's part of the training regimen. I mean, all these drivers have just been carbo loading for no real reason other than the fact that it's just carbs everywhere. Your napkins are nachos, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, there's one under the hood, and I'm not talking about the carburetor, of course. I'm talking about the loaded baked potato that they stuff underneath the engine.
And of course, it's stuffed with fries as well.
Absolutely.
And Morris Mayfield got a big pack of cars from 4th down to 8th. Look at this. Morris Mayfield currently sitting in 6th place. That is a line full of cars with 2 laps to go. 2
laps to go.
We are looking at Kevin Boner-Pillman all by himself, 6-second lead. We're going to head over and look at Joey Rochester and Cotton Stuff Body. That is your battle for 2nd place. We've got a battle for 4th right behind them. Jasper Cuttisark, at one point the leader of this race, the pole sitter, is leading a line of 5 cars. He's got Paul Walker on his tail. If those two can pull away, maybe they can kind of solidify a top 5 finish, but it's not absolutely certain because you got Morris Mayfield, Rusty Arcana, and Reverend Pastor Chavez right behind them, and that's rounding out 8th, the top 8. After that, you got Richard Blood in 9th place. He's got a second ahead of 10th place Giacomo, who will be battling for 10th place as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at that battle for 10th for just a second. You can see, there it is. Richard Walton, good run for him in 12th place right now, with Bowie Jessup in 13th, Ennio Sperini in 11th. A lot of good cars. A couple of past race winners there. But Richard Blood seems to be all by his lonesome with 2 laps to go as Kevin Boner-Pillman continues to impress. We said it early on. He had one of the best cars on the track. He's proving it right now.
Oh, my goodness. It's coming to fruition here, and I know that Pen 15 Club, if they're watching, they gotta just lick the sauce off their fingers. They are getting excited for this final lap coming up.
That they are. We're seeing the white flag pretty soon for Kevin Boner-Pillman. Meanwhile, we look at this battle for 2nd. Looks like Joey Rochester will be holding on for that one. Yeah, there's the white flag as they all go for one more lap around the Flavortown Expressway here for Guys American Bar and Grand Prix, our 10th race of our 20-race season.
Now, I just saw some grease stains. I think they just got a big-ass napkin and tied it to a flagpole, and that's the white flag.
They might have, and what is also interesting right now is Paul Walker into 4th place has made the pass on Jasper Cuttisark. We're seeing a battle for 6th right now. Rusty Arcana taking a look. Not quite getting it on Morris Mayfield, who's pulling away a little bit. They're back in a single file line. A lot of chances for that. Not a lot of chances to pass on this course, I think. They kick up some dust right there.
Here he comes. He's got a couple more corners to go. Kevin Boner-Pillman on the very first preseason race this year. He's had a tough start to the regular season. Now he is coming back into this. He is coming hard, and he is coming strong, and he is going all night long, baby.
He is ready to finish with a big old spurt at the last lap of this 25-lap road course. Guys American Bar and Grand Prix. We're looking at, taxidermy wow car almost trying to make a pass. I think might have just been Joey Rochester getting a little loose on the corner, but I don't think Cotton Stuff Body saw the opportunity necessarily. Maybe saw it a little too late, couldn't have made the pass. But it looks like these 2 cars are likely going to be your 2 and 3. Head back to Kevin Boner-Pillman as he heads around the last couple of stretches, those last turns. It's been a long first half of the season, but the Pen 15 Club and the Pen 15 team, driven by Kevin Boner-Pillman, the Dongerex Inject-A-Pen Chevy Prism, is about to be your winner. The final stretch. There it is. Comes. Kevin Boner-Pillman is your winner of this race.
And that's all for this rocket road trip, but don't worry.
And Cotton Stuff by looking to try to make a pass on at the end.
Oh my God! Oh!
Just short, I think. Joey Rochester just bare. Look at that interval. 0.06 of a second. Wow. Paul Walker locks down 4th place. Jasper Cuttisark 5th place. Morris Mayfield in 6th. Reverend Pastor Chavez in 7th. Richard Blood up to 4th place after something happened to the 12 car. What happened to the 12 car?
Oh my goodness.
It might have been a wreck. I might have seen a wreck at the finish.
Oh my goodness, Rusty Arcana, what are you doing? You son of a bitch.
Rusty Arcana may have gotten into a bit of a wreck there.
We'll definitely need to look at the highlights of that.
Absolutely. I want to see what happened to that, because that must have been something at the end. We got a lot of wrecks to go check out again.
Definitely, man. Hey, I just want to see some cars crashing.
Absolutely, after that kind of race. But what a race for Kevin Boner-Pillman. The meat sweats are very real, and they are fabulous. But we have had a good time here at Flavortown Expressway. As there you see it, Kevin Boner-Pillman. Take a look at pit lane for just a second. As we have seen quite the race today, Kevin Boner-Pillman. I think we might have. Are we able to get?
Yeah, I had to walk on down there real quick. Just had to just show.
Oh, the meat sweats are very real. Latin, I understand.
All right. So we got a very excited, very visibly excited Kevin Boner-Pillman here with us in Victory Lane. Kevin, that was a whale of a drive there. After that pit stop, it seemed like the car just came to life. What was the strategy? I just want to thank everybody here in the Don Gretz Eject Pet team. Built a great number 15 Don Gretz Eject Pen car. Don Gretz Eject Pen, of course, the all-natural male enhancement that it's just easy to use. You just inject it right into your junk. It gives you longer erections, gives you firmer erections, more stamina, and it boosts your vitality. So definitely try out Don Gretz Eject Pen with free 9-day guarantee. If you don't like it, we'll refund your money. It's normally just a simple $149.99 a month. We'll give you a special here for $99 a month when you call in and order Don Gretz Eject Pen through the special TV offer. That sounds interesting, Kevin. Hey, just real quick, what are you going to do to celebrate? I know we got lots of fine foods here. Have you decided what you're going to try from the Guys American Bar Kitchen Grip menu? I'm quite partial to the Panamania. I always want to try some deep fried steak, and I do love me some David Lee Roth and some Bud Light. I think we're gonna celebrate that. I just want to once again thank everybody at Don Gretz Eject Pen, everybody at the Pet 15 Club. I really appreciate all the support. We're just out there trying to make sure we can salvage anything out of the season we could. But that's just the way it is sometimes. I'm just real proud that we were able to stand firm, stand erect here, and get ourselves a win, buddy.
Yeah, Kevin, you're a chip up here in the studio. Your best finish so far was 7th place at there is only one racetrack in America. That's our last race. Do you feel like that season's going to start turning around for you? I mean, this is a big win. This is a really good opportunity. Is the car just working? Is that what it is? What's going on with the car right now that's making this? Has there been a big difference in the last 2 races?
I think the one thing that's made a big difference is the confidence and the vitality that I see with the Don Gretz Eject Pen. Like I said, it's the all-natural male enhancement. You just it's just simple to use. You just take the Eject Pen needle and insert it right underneath the intersection here. No, don't worry. I'm not going to pull my pants down and show it.
It sounds painful. It sounds incredibly painful, Kevin.
But I mean, hey, it gives you it's guaranteed to give you at least 2 more inches. It's going to have you lasting longer, stronger. It's going to improve your love life. It's going to improve your personal life. It may put you in a whole lot of debt, but I'd say Don Gretz Eject Pen, it's absolutely worth it.
Oh, good God, that sounds well. Okay, then. Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you, Lloyd, for that interview as well. Well, they are they are having a turgid victory over in the Don Gretz Eject Pen pits. The number 15 car. Lloyd, it was a great race. For Kevin Boner-Pillman. He bided his time. He played the pit road game, and he very clearly they had a strategy and they enacted it.
Well, the one thing that I was wondering is that I saw that Kevin was standing about a couple feet away from his car, and yet he was still just every time he turned around, he was knocking stuff off the roof of this car. I don't get it.
That's amazing. I think the more I think about it, the less I want to think about it.
Now, that's entirely understandable. But listen, man,
I think it's time. I think it may be time. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
Yeah, well, this was a great race and great drive for Kevin Boner-Pillman. Absolutely. Hey, let's get some rest, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead quickly and go ahead and let you know how the standings change before we get to some of our wrecks. Currently we're going to go up the rankings. In 10th place, 121 points off the lead, and moving up 5 spots is Cotton Stuffbody, who finished 3rd in this race. Cotton Stuffbody currently sitting in 10th. Joe John Winchester drops a spot. He only finished 14th in this race. He's down in 9th place, 116 points off the lead. Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver drops down a spot as well. He's in 8th place. Jeff Shanice, same, drops down 1. Paul Walker moves up from 11th place to 6th place. He's only 101 points off the lead. Paul Walker after a 4th place finish. That's a great finish for him. Jean-Paul Henry drops down from 3rd to 5th. Wubai Bala stays in 4th. Jim Blossoms has moved up from 5th to 3rd after a 15th place finish. He's only 69 points off the leader.
Oh, buddy.
Nice. Paul Alcohol drops down to 2nd place, 19 points off the lead, because in finishing 8th place, but your current leader is Richard Blood in the Plasma Train car. The Plasma Train, number 41, Ford Pinto, yet to win a race, and yet has absolutely led this points race once more. Wubai Bala in 4th place. And there you see, I think you're going to see right there, that is, in fact, yep, you're seeing the scroll down there. We can go ahead and figure out some
Would it be a good time to encourage signing that petition to Beaumont that started up? Because I know we ain't in the points lead anymore.
Maybe so. It might be needing to happen. Well, we're going to go ahead and get you some beautiful, beautiful wreck footage.
Roll that beautiful wreck footage.
We're going to go ahead and start off and see what happened to the number 9 car. That was, I believe, early on in the race. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but let's... The I think something must have happened on the very first lap. Let's take a look at this right now. What we're seeing right now is, yeah, we're seeing Autobahn and Stumpy Lane. They clearly got into something. Oh, there it is right there. Oh, good God. Oh, we didn't even see that right there. They were blocked by the sign. Let's see if we can get another. When he came around the corner, I think that's probably for the best that we didn't see that. Let's take a look at this. See if we can
goodness,
see that again.
there was people over there. There is.
Oh God, there's the people. Oh God, into the people.
What the hell is so great about that? Besides everything.
Well, let's see if we can get a better look at this. Let's go on board with. Actually, let's go ahead with this camera angle right now. See what happens. I think. Oh, he just kind of gets loose into him. Oh, right into the people. Oh, good God! Thank God for that little bale of hay.
Oh my goodness!
I think we may need to go on board with Stumpy Lane on this one, but clearly, I think. I think we need to go on board, don't we?
That very rigid bale of hay was all that saved us from some kind of Pierre Levay kind of disaster, but with lots more marinara sauce.
And that put them out, both Stumpy Lane and the number 69 car.
Nice.
Of Autobahn. Oh God, he did crash into the diner. Oh hell.
Oh my God.
We're going to watch it from right here, see what in the world happened here. You can see it right now. Autobahn looking low, not taking his time. Looking to go low and make that pass. He got a good run, but I think the road just kind of thinned out. Oh, good God, that bale of hay is the only thing that saved Autobahn from crashing into that whole group of people.
And more importantly, from destroying that diner.
Yeah, exactly, from destroying the diner. So we're going to go ahead. So that's what happened with those two.
I think that's one-third of the equation right there.
I'm sorry?
That's one-third of the equation right there. The diners, all you're missing are the drive-ins and dives. Well, we almost saw a drive-in.
I mean,
he almost driving inside that diner.
Trying to figure out what happened to the Butterfield die car.
I don't think the Butterfield die car was compatible in Flavortown.
No, there you can see it right there. Let's see what happens.
Well, this certainly wasn't treat day.
No, it wasn't. You see, he's already kind of going all over the place. This is from lap number, I believe, 11. See, already going off the line of track, losing pace. You can see what's going on here. Let's keep an eye on this, because I think this is where it happened. He's riding right behind. That's Jeff Shanice, I believe, in that Jeff's Chinese car. But Harry Gunt looks like he was...
We got
Tyler Stewart. We're going to keep an eye on what's going on right there. So I got this. This is number 2 of 5 of the wrecks that we're looking at, I'm thinking. Maybe he tried to get into him right here. Maybe this is what it was.
It's just something so entertaining about seeing that Butterfield diet car chase down a car sponsored by a Chinese restaurant.
No doubt about that. I don't know what happened after they're going so slow on these turns. Let's go ahead and fast forward this a little bit to see what in the world happened to the Harrogant Butterfield die car number 87, that Dodge Stratus. This is about the time that I think we saw. There it is. There it is. There's that beautiful wreck.
There we go.
Now we're gonna go chase style here. We're gonna see what's going on here, and keep an eye on this. See, he's going low. Gets into Jeff Shanice, and Blind Bob again. Oh, good God! He just T-boned that thing. Jeff Shanice just kept driving. We're gonna go ahead and see what just happened again.
Oh my God!
He just T-boned that bale of hay. That may not be a bale of hay. He absolutely got railed, as someone pointed out. Let's keep an eye on Jeff Shanice, who can make some contact. But I think the two of them just kept driving through that crowd of people. Jesus Christ! Jesus! We have killed some folk. We have killed some folk.
Oh no!
Why are we showing this again?
How did we not notice?
We were so excited in the racing.
We just saw the people standing on the front stretch. They were just excited to see.
You are driving with Blind Bob McGee. You are seeing more than he is seeing as he is mowing down people.
50 points! 50 points a person!
Blind Bob McGee did not see that coming. And yet, neither did all those people. My God. All right, well, we got to keep things. You got to hold it together and keep an eye on another. I think wreck.
I think, golly, I think they were just distracted by all that donkamole.
Maybe so. I'm looking at right now.
Drivers, to you.
We're going to see what happened to El Matador, Toto Rosanna, and I believe Jimmy Poots. Keep an eye on that. Let's see if I can find where that happened. There it is, right there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, God. Oh, good God. This is a good one. So here we are seeing right now. We're seeing Jimmy Poots right behind. I like that rear chase cam. Actually, that's a that far chase cam. We're gonna go ahead and look at Jimmy Poots right now, right behind El Matador Toto Rosana. And watch what happens. They're coming through. Jimmy Poots starting to make a run on El Matador Toto Rosana right past the start-finish line. He's trying to look. He's looking low on the left, and there's gonna be a right turn coming up, and it's that same diner from our first wreck. And he gets into him and right into the diner, both cars. Both cars go right into the diner. Not as adventurous of a wreck this time, but we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what happened to El Matador Toto Rosana. Yeah, you can see he backed into it. That's what we saw. He got kind of put into that. Oh, good God, I think he hit some people. It's absolutely a poor location for a diner.
I think it's a great location for a diner, honestly.
I mean, you know,
just give you a close-up look of all the wrecks.
No doubt about
not
that.
Not as close as some people.
I mean, you can sell prime seating location for that.
Absolutely, those tickets were going for like $400, which is about as much as one appetizer.
You are not wrong about that. I think what I'm going to see right now. What's going on here? I'm looking at Jeff. I'm trying to find Jeff Gordon, the horse's his wreck, because Jeff Gordon, the horse, went out on an accident, and I know it was right after he pitted, because everybody started to pit around lap 18, lap 19. I got something happening around lap 18, 19. Not sure what exactly happened. I'm looking at it right now. He is. See if I can find where this thing is. Oh, dang, I finally saw the brontosaurus you've been talking about. There it is.
Yeah. Whose pet is that?
I don't know. Go ahead and see what's happening here. As Jeff Gordon, going to go ahead and fast forward that a little bit. See Jeff Gordon, the horse, trailing Richard Blood. So they're all going to pit road. Did he just not leave pit road? Was there just an issue?
Well, let's look at it and see.
I don't think there was any issue. He's trying to get a good look off pit road. He doesn't get a good spot. He's still behind Ennio Sparini and Richard Blood. I'm not entirely sure what happened here then.
This is very strange, but let's keep looking at it.
Yeah, we're seeing him going through the tunnel, looking fine there. I mean, there's been a couple of typical spots where we've been seeing these wrecks, so maybe that's what we're looking for. It was around lap 1920, which is right now. There's Big Daddy Thibodeau right on his tail. Big Daddy Thibodeau getting a draft off of them. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it was just being in the middle of Ennio Sparini in that 28 and that number 6 car, sponsored by Tucson. So he getting a little tap from Big Daddy Thibodeau. Maybe that got him a little loose. I mean, you tap a horse from behind like that, he gets a little nervous.
And then it's going to want to kick up and kick up.
There he is. He's trying to go for the pass, making the pass on the wall-to-wall south car. And there's Big Daddy Thibodeau. He's off the line, though, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm looking for what's going on here. Let's kind of keep an eye on what's going on here. Let's see what happens. He's making a good run. Gets a run on Fat Darrell. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, good God, he got T-boned as well. He got railed as well. You know what? He got into the back. He got into the back of Fat Darrell, and that horse just went head on into that. And somehow Fat Darrell came away unscathed.
Oh, I don't think I know that Fat Darrell came away unscathed, but what's up on Fat Darrell?
That's a hard lick for Jeff Gordon, the horse. Go ahead and ride with Fat Darrell on this one. He's going to ride through some people as well. So whoever is still standing there at the sideline, close your eyes. Oh, God, he killed some folk. Definitely, that was a child. That was absolutely a child. But he still managed to stay in that race after getting run into.
Oh, my goodness. He just... I think it was just the momentum that... I think his momentum was just stopped from all the mangled corpses that were already run over.
That must have been it. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on. The LOA car, Rusty Arcana. found himself on pit road to end this race, and he dropped out of a top 10 position. We're going to try to find out what happened here. I'm looking right now. He got past the diner. He didn't hit there. He's getting a good draft off of Morris Mayfield. Give me a second. You know what? Let me go ahead and pull this up for everybody so we can see. This is the last of our wrecks. We're seeing he gets it right there. He's kind of just keeping a draft. This is the final lap of this race, by the way. Something happened at the very end, and I don't know what. And he's got Reverend Pastor Chavez right behind him. He's right in front of him. He's right ahead of him, right behind Morris Mayfield. 200 fed and 200 dead. I like the sound of that.
That's a good headline. It's catchy.
Big old cloud of dust there, but that didn't affect nothing. Where is he? What happened here? He's just kind of... Something happened with this car because he dropped in the standings like a... Maybe there was some sort of issue with the car. I don't know what was going on. He just decided he needed to pit. Maybe he just... Was there an issue here? Maybe he just ran out of fuel or something? I know he pitted. I don't know what happened. I'm completely baffled by what happened to Rusty Arcana, that 12 car. He had a good car. He was running pretty well. And then just needed to go to the pits. What in the world?
What the hecky darn?
Did he not like... I'm so confused. Did he not fuel up? He's back on there. Maybe he just didn't fuel up. Did he try to save some time by not fueling up? I'm so confused by that. Well, folks, that's it for us. That's been a heck of an auto race, I must say.
That is a goddamn auto race.
That's been a goddamn auto race. We hope you've enjoyed it. Lightning Lord, thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead. We are gonna be back with you hopefully next week. We are heading over to our next race is the Parts Unknown 300 at Parts Unknown Speedway, Parts Unknown Raceway. It's gonna be a nice, fun. I believe it's a short track.
Oh, my favorite, and heck, it's Parts Unknown.
Double check. I don't want to promise something I can't deliver. But I believe it is a short track. I forget myself. I wrote this down and I just don't remember it. Yeah, it's a short track. It is a short track, and I like the I like what we're looking at here. It's a bit of a short track with a little bit of a road course kind of feel to it.
Oh, buddy.
I'm liking what I'm seeing there. So that's going to be a fun one. That's going to hopefully be something that we can sink our teeth into next week. I don't know what day just yet. We got to compete with the South Tucson semifinals. And then, of course, Labor Day weekend, we're going to have ourselves another auto race. Race number 12 is going to be the St. Elsewhere 250 inside of the mind of at the Snow Globe inside in, of course, the town of Mind of an Autistic Child, Ohio. But we don't want to get too close ahead of ourselves there. That's going to be the last race before our Gumboo's Pointless Rextravaganza, which is, of course, our all-star race, a non-points race, happen at the Turn-In Test Track in Shorter, Alabama. But nonetheless, we got the Parts Unknown 300 in Parts Unknown Raceway in Parts Unknown coming up next time. Lightning Lord, I hope you're going to be joining us in Parts Unknown.
Absolutely, my friend. I wouldn't miss for the world.
Absolutely, indeed. I'm gonna have to find where did I put the. There you go. There's our music. There's our beautiful music. And that is gonna be it. It has been a goddamn auto race. Thank you, Lightning Lord, Beaumont Jenkins. Good luck with you. Hope you got a chance to watch it. Woo Baba is still in 4th place. Not too bad. Gone from last to 4th. Maybe he'll do better at Parts Unknown 300. We'll see you next week with more Diddler Cup action. It has been a goddamn auto race.